This is Steve coming to you from Flint's beautiful east side, Studio 1714.
Today we're sitting down here with Pedersen and Robb MacKenzie, and they're involved in the Equal Parenting Initiative. And
You guys got something pretty interesting. I was kind of interested in it now. You guys just got back from, you were 758 miles.
Yeah, it was an intense trip, no doubt.
I bet.
Yeah,
That's a lot of miles to put on a pedal bike. How long did it take you guys?
Took us roughly about 5 days to get there. We went through a heat stroke and a bunch of flat tires and scrapes and bruises, but it was just a ton of fun and for a very good reason.
Okay, now you guys left from Lansing and ended where?
In Washington, D.C.
Okay.
Yeah, and we were supposed to arrive on time for a family preservation rally that was being held by multiple organizations on the 18th in D.C., and that was just a heck of a welcoming.
Awesome.
now you did this to draw attention to a certain thing. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Okay. We basically did it to draw attention to House Bill 4564, which is, as you guys probably know, the shared parenting bill that's currently being kind of held hostage, if you will, by Representative Brenda Clack in the Family and Children Services Committee. So we're definitely, that's why we started out at the Lansing Capitol to try to, draw awareness specifically to that bill.
Now, did you receive any kind of sponsorship, or people to help you buy the materials to conduct this?
Yeah, we actually we had individual donors, anywhere from like $5, which was definitely appreciated, all the way up to $200 and some, coming all the way across from various states, including, like, I remember one donation from Louisiana for $5, and I was just, that's, to me, that means a lot to me, because what we're trying to do is it requires money. It's an expensive undertaking for all of us, but yeah, so it was.
It's just good to see people take interest that
Yeah.
are part of the state.
Every penny helped.
Yes.
And then we also had a couple organizations, Dads and Moms of Michigan, A Child's Right, which is actually an organization that my wife and I co-founded, and then also Children Need Both Parents Incorporated. And then also there's one last sponsor, which was actually the author of the book Cheated, who is Reverend Ronald Smith. And it's an interesting book about parental alienation, and he was one of the sponsors for it as well.
Yeah, because all of you are connected also. We had previously on the show Larry Holland.
Yeah, sharp guy.
Yeah.
And so he didn't actually go on the trek with you guys. So.
No.
No, he was supposed to, but ran into some issues, and we hope to have him on next year for the bike trek, because he's an asset wherever he goes.
So you guys are planning on doing this every year then?
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
it's a 5-year plan,
Yeah.
they say. So.
Hopefully,
That's pretty good. Hopefully more people will
more people.
participate.
Also,
Yeah.
always
Oh, yeah.
through contributions as well as actually being out there biking away.
Now, it was just the two of you that did this ride, right?
Yeah, it was just the two of us, and of course I have to give kudos to Rob. Rob was kind of the person that started it all some time ago, and he rode last year actually by himself, and only had a chase vehicle up until Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, and then from there he's pretty much all by himself, with a cell phone and whatever supplies he needed, and that says something about his dedication to try to end the current state of madness in the state of Michigan with the whole child support
It's a
system.
money pot.
Definitely.
Yeah, big
Section
money
4D,
pot. Yeah.
everyone's paying child support, even if you're not divorced, and that's what people need to understand, that you need to get involved and make a difference.
Yeah.
Even though you live in your home and you're still
Yeah.
paying child
Yeah.
support.
Right.
Exactly, yeah.
So now you got two awards here. I want to show people here.
Yeah.
And you got this from what organization?
This was actually collectively from the various groups that formed the Family Preservation Rally out of DC. There were, I would say, roughly about a list of 20 to 25 organizations, and so they chipped in as a way of recognizing us for our efforts, and we were thrilled, but we both got choked up because the award is actually a memorial award to Ronald Smith's son, and he was one of the main organizers for the DC rally. And his son died at the age of 20 from cancer, and it was due primarily, they think, to Ritalin. But Ronald Smith wrote the book Cheated that I mentioned earlier, and it's just an interesting story of an African American father who did virtually everything he could to be in his two sons' lives, and to us it was quite an honor.
Yeah, very
Because
much.
he's a solid individual, really passionate about kids and ending all this stuff that's going on here in Michigan.
Yeah, it's rather rough here in Michigan.
Oh, it's horrible.
But the thing is, it's like, this is pretty much like indicative of what might be going on in other states. I mean, Michigan is obviously more in dire economic hard times
Right.
than other states, but what is surprising, what I like about your organization is that you're not yammering for or demanding more financial aid from the government. You wanted people to actually take, have the responsibility on their own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right, that's the main thing is Section 4D. What people need to understand is the state is making money, so why give out joint legal physical custody if they're going to make money?
They don't care
They don't
if either one of the parents are in the
Right,
picture,
and
as long as they're getting the buck in their
Right,
pocket.
Exactly.
it's like,
Yeah.
kids grow up quick, I mean, I want to be able to, only thing I'm guilty of is being a loving dad.
That's right, yeah.
And it's like, almost you're looked at with suspicion a lot of times by these, by the bureaucrats. You're looked at as suspicion if you want.
False
yeah.
allegations.
Yeah, if you even want to be involved with your children's lives, you basically get branded, a radical father's rights guy or something to that effect, which is ridiculous. Who wouldn't be ticked off and upset when one minute you're a full-time dad, next thing you know, your kids get ripped from your
You're
arms? essentially.
11% dad.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And going from that to 4 to 6 days a month is what I consider to be state-sponsored child abuse. There's no other way to look at it.
Right.
Because it's wrong for the kids, it's wrong for our communities, it's just plain wrong.
It's just really stupidly short-sighted too on behalf of the federal government to permit this. But I think it's because a large portion of the politicians want a core constituency to appeal to, and the more they can create this group of people, this broad base, by making people dependent upon them, they can keep their jobs.
Oh, sure, these lawyers, they're making a killing,
Right.
I mean.
For nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter what kind of lawyer you have when you go into court. I learned that the hard way. It depends on what the judge thinks.
Right.
I mean, that's what happened in my case, pretty much it's just that, they wanna make money, so they don't give you nothing.
Yes. Can you say something? Or?
Well, I was just going to say that the biggest group or organization that is against the shared parenting bill is the Family Law Lobby. A lot of people think it's a national organization of women or some group like that, but the Family Law Lobby is incredibly strong, and they put the clamp down on last year's bill and basically destroyed it. Yeah.
Now, who's this group comprised of?
We're going to take a break.
Okay.
We'll be
We'll
back.
be right back.
We'll finish this.
This is Studio 1714.